are moments inside a stadium when you instantly know this is no longer just football. This is a story. A bitterly cold night in Kansas City, where the temperature dipped lower than the numbers on the scoreboard. And inside a suite overlooking Arrowhead Stadium, Taylor Swift appeared, not on a stage, not under concert lights, but in a very different role. A woman who had just turned 36, standing beside her fiancé at the most pivotal moment of the season. The question is, why did this image ignite social media? And why did a rematch between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers suddenly feel bigger than an ordinary win or loss? Because this game came just one day after Taylor Swift's birthday, at a moment when the Chiefs were fighting to keep their fragile playoff hopes alive, and when the boundaries between sports, family, and pop culture seemed to quietly dissolve. In fan-recorded videos, Taylor Swift is seen wrapped in a thick gold and brown jacket, leaning into the brutal cold, holding Kylie Kelce's young daughter on her hip like a member of the family. In another corner, her mother, Andrea Swift, sits beside Donna Kelce, the mother of Travis and Jason, both women watching every snap unfold. No noise, no spectacle, just something deeply real. And as the Chiefs stepped into a game that could define their entire season, that presence felt like a reminder. Sometimes emotional strength comes from the simplest things. What do you think about this moment? Leave your thoughts in the comments. To understand why this moment resonated so deeply, we have to look at the context of the game itself. The Kansas City Chiefs entered this rematch with the Los Angeles Chargers not as an untouchable dynasty like in years past, but as a team wrestling with harsh reality. That opening week loss to the Chargers had already left a deep mark, and now every mistake carried the weight of an entire season. At 6-7, the Chiefs were facing the possibility of missing the playoffs for the first time in nearly a decade, an idea that fans at Arrowhead rarely have to confront. Within that backdrop, Taylor Swift's presence was more than a superstar cheering for her partner. It became a symbol of showing up, of saying, "I'm here when things are hardest." The image of her standing in the suite, bundled tightly against 20-degree temperatures, holding a small child, stood in stark contrast to the dazzling lights of the Eras Tour. No microphone, no tens of thousands singing along, just the cold wind, the roar of the crowd outside, and the heartbeat of a win-or-go-home game. Even more striking was how naturally the idea of family unfolded in front of the public. Taylor Swift sat beside Kylie Kelce and her children, next to Andrea Swift and Donna Kelce, two mothers from very different worlds, sharing the same anxiety and hope as they watched their sons compete under immense pressure. In American culture, the image of family and the stands carries powerful symbolism. It reminds us that behind every athlete is an emotional ecosystem of people who don't wear jerseys but carry the same tension on their shoulders. Compared to the week before, when Swift attended Sunday Night Football alongside Selena Gomez and Lena Dunham, the shift was unmistakable. Then she was a pop culture icon, the camera cut away during the broadcast, the center of cheers and buzz. This time, the focus wasn't on fashion or hairstyle, but on actions. How she leaned in to shield a child from the wind, how she stood close to the glass watching the field when the Chiefs struggled. It was a language without words, yet instantly understood. Timing only deepened the story. The game took place one day after Taylor Swift's 36th birthday, a milestone and the beginning of a new chapter as a fiancé. Instead of celebration or rest, she chose Arrowhead Stadium, the biting cold and the pressure of a game the Chiefs could not afford to lose. In sports psychology, the presence of loved ones in decisive moments can act as a calming anchor in a storm of pressure. On the other side, the Chiefs were staring down unforgiving elimination scenarios. A loss to the Chargers, combined with unfavorable results from teams like the Bills, Texans, Colts, or Jaguars, could end their playoff hopes entirely. This is the cold math of the NFL, where emotion has no place and results rule everything. And within that reality, the image of Taylor Swift and the Kelce family in the stands became a human snapshot, a reminder that sports are not just statistics, but people, relationships, and stories unfolding beyond the sidelines. When the camera swept past that suite, it didn't just capture a pop star, it captured a moment of solidarity, a moment showing that whether you're a global superstar or an NFL player, in the most decisive moments of all, what you need most is the feeling that someone is there with you, sharing the cold, holding their breath, and hoping together. When we step back from this entire story, what lingers isn't the scoreboard, nor the uncertain playoff picture of the Kansas City Chiefs. What lasts longer is the image of presence. On a freezing night at Arrowhead, Taylor Swift delivered a simple but powerful message. In the moments that matter most, just being there can mean everything. We saw a Taylor Swift not on stage, but among the Kelce family, holding a child, sharing the tension with other mothers in the stands. A woman entering a new year of her life, stepping into a new chapter, choosing to support the person she loves through action rather than words. In a world where images are often polished and moments exaggerated, that kind of authenticity feels rare and worth reflecting on. This story also reminds us something deeper about sports and about life itself. Success isn't measured only by titles or records, but by the strong relationships standing quietly behind each person. Whether the Chiefs move forward or fall short, that moment remains as proof. When pressure reaches its peak, silent support can become the greatest source of strength. So what about you? In the hardest moments of your life, who was there for you, even if they just stood quietly by your side? Leave a comment with the video's keyword and share your thoughts. And if you want to keep following stories like this, where sports and culture intersect with real emotion, don't forget to subscribe.